Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay, maybe not today. Okay, good. Okay. And okay. There we go. Oh shit, this is not strong as fuck. Okay. Yeah, so I had to do this here. Christian did design this. So this is now really, I mean, really strong. This is very strong. Yeah. Now, once we get the longer lift arm here to replace this temporary contortion here, it's gonna be fine. So today we have a few tasks that we need to do. First, steering wheel. Second, what we started last time. I want to just take the roof. The actuator for the headlights. I want to move the lever for the steering actuation because it's kinda in a weird place, and maybe some bodywork. We'll see. Okay. So taking the roof off again so you can actually see something. And by the way, I got a message today that a package is gonna be delivered on Wednesday. Since I haven't ordered anything specific from anything, it can only be the CADA package. I hope. So, this means that on Friday we are actually going to do some gearbox and drivetrain work again, because we have to install the buggy motors into the drivetrain and see how it works. And we are going to get a second servo, so the gearbox is gonna be remote controlled as well, micro motors as well. So the headlights are gonna be motorized as well. So big things coming. Okay. So for now, before we do the big things, we need to do the small things, which also matter. Yeah, I mean, enough bullshitting. Let's do something about this. So it's the angle here is too steep. It needs to be a lot flatter. And to make to better install the instruments, I would like to move this part here to on the bottom, so we have more room here for stuff. I'm gonna keep this in for now, and see what we can do. Maybe we can do just a simple lift arm here and then angle it up, so it's not perfectly flat, but it's just slightly angled. We can do this, I think. And since it's gonna be mounted much lower here, like here somewhere, and then we are gonna angle it a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. No, we cannot angle it there, but we can angle it. We can support it there. This brings me on an idea. Would this work? Yeah, this may work. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe this is gonna work. So since we don't have a lot of room to work with, we're gonna have to be creative. Okay. How much do we have? Okay, we need more. Okay, fine. We need more. Yeah. So my idea is gonna be like this. Come on. Okay. So this is enough movement that we need. This is gonna be the attachment of the steering wheel. So this is gonna go away. We are going to turn this around. So it's going to be like this. Then we'll see. This is probably gonna be horribly wrong, but gotta try it. Yeah. Okay. This ain't gonna work like that. Good idea, but wrong. Okay. I mean, ultimately bad idea, but you know. But maybe not entirely. Maybe not entirely. Hold on. This is salvageable. Okay, if we move this basically one stud lower, make sure it can pivot a little bit more. And it needs to move, this needs to move in. Come on. Ugh. Typical. Typical. There. Okay. I don't want to use this here, but we can use the holes here for attachment. So I guess I want to do something like this ish. Use here, but not exactly. Okay. One of the problems is that this is gonna be, collide with this. Alrighty. All right. So what if we use it like this? What if we do it like this? Why not? Yeah, on the outside, I guess. Damn it. I mean, sure, we can do it like this, but no. I guess fine. It's here. One. Here. Please. Let's say that we do it like this. We take this here. We take this here. Okay. Let's see where this is going. Okay. This looks all right. Now we just need to figure out how to fix this in position at the very shallow angle. Wait. Oh, this dislocated. Is this too much? Let's see. Did I go too far? Oh, okay. Prefers this here, I guess. Yeah. This gives us a little more. Oh, okay. No, forget it. Forget it. I was too far off. Oh yeah, okay. It's here. It's here. Okay. Where is the other one? Yeah, okay. It's much shallower than before. Okay. Now the only question, how do we fix this? How do we fix this in place? I have an idea. a very unorthodox idea. Come on. Okay, so I don't have to hold it anymore. Right. And now let's see. There is a chance. Right. Oh. Of course. Of course. I did fuck up twice. Typical. It was right before. I need to clear my desk. I really need to. The next time I need to clean everything here on the desk because I cannot find shit. Yeah. I just had the accent here. Where? Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on. You can do it. Okay. So, without any major casualties. Yeah, now it's in the right place. Okay, so obviously I want to pin this to the lower frame member, but we need to be a bit creative. Let's see. Let us see. Just experimenting right now, so don't worry. another axle here as well for a quick release, so I don't have to pin it and worry about that. And no room for my hands. Yeah, that's not gonna work. This might work. No. Question is, yeah, it's not better than before. Same angle. We would need to go a bit lower. Obviously, it's again a half a stud situation. Typical, but we could solve it. Hey, just give me a second. Just give me a second. Let's see if this even works. That's not even gonna work this way. There's this is gonna work. Okay. It's a little closer. Okay, so we need to redesign this here. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, one step more. Right. works. It's okay. Come on, focus. Focus. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay, this is a correct angle, I guess. We are gonna experiment with this, of course. I think we could get away with this, you know, in a capacity. But ish. Let me see if any of this is gonna work. Okay. Focus. Focus. Okay. Right. So let's see. Would this work? Don't put this here. Okay. What's your problem, Christian? Okay. That's okay. Which means that you can go. Hold on. This here. Sure. It's gonna make sense. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay. There we go. So this is a really strong steering column. and it's a shallow angle, a lot shallower than before. But this is the addition, but that doesn't really impede much. Yeah, this is really nice. And on this side, it leaves us a lot of room to do other things with the levers here, which we need to do. So let me reposition the camera. Come on. Trying to find an angle that's gonna be acceptable for watching. Okay. Okay, so this feels really solid. Very nice. The balance shaft on the engine geared up, down, or it doesn't matter. Well, ideally, it would be in a pneumatic engine. Ideally, you would have the balance shaft spinning at the same rate as everything else. You don't want to really gear it up or down too much, as possible, you know. Right. So let's get rid of this and see about that. So we do have this here, and come on, no, don't, okay. And what I also want to do is this lever here. This lever is not in a great position because the dashboard is gonna come here and you will really have a hard time reaching it. So we need to locate it somewhere else so that it's reachable. And yeah, you know what we could do? We could do a slider. We can have a slider here, and the slider is gonna actuate this. Let's see. Okay. Not ideal. I know, right? But you know, the inline 3 does not have as much RPM. So, for example, the engine that you should reference is the inline 4. The inline 4 has balance shafts that are geared 1-to-1 to the crankshaft, and it works perfectly. If they weren't, the problem is with the higher RPM engines that the balance shafts would then spin way too fast, which means that the bearings would basically burn up. You would melt the Lego in it, no matter the lubrication. If you have the engine running at what is it, 4,500 RPM, and if it's geared 3-to-1, and then you have the balance shaft run at 15,000 RPM, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. In a slower running engine like the inline 3, that's okay, since the inline 3 a maximum RPM is like 2000 RPM, something like that. So that's still 6000 RPM for the balance shaft, but that's acceptable. But 15,000 is not, you know. If you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see about this here first. This needs to be redesigned entirely because this is just breaking apart. It is breaking apart. How could we do a slider here? On the side of the gearbox, let's say. We would have a slider that would actuate this here. Or something. Just a second. You know, I had an idea a while ago where we would do a gimmick. You know, you would have a key that you would insert through the windshield inside here, turn it around, and it would engage the servo and the lever that we made a separate lever on the gearbox to engage the clutch for the motor. What if we still had this feature with the key, but it would engage just the servo? So we would have this here, which has to have a one stud. It has a one stud travel. What if we did this with a cam? And it would be operated through the windshield. You would just basically put a long axle key vertically inside here and turn it, and it would engage the servo motor. You know, something useful, not like in the Bugatti where you have the key and the key unlocks the rear wing. We would do this. Yeah, I know Christian is already smiling, but you know, something. We do have room for a cam here. We do have room for a cam here. We do have the room. And we would what? Put an actuator knob in a similar location to a real steering column adjustment lever. What? You just have to smile, and I know, yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is something we could do. do that. We could do that. Yeah. It would be located here, exactly where this is. Here. Yeah. Let's fucking do this. I want to do this. So let's dismantle this. This is gonna go away. Okay, we're gonna have the cam located here. I'm gonna use these guys here just for contrast. Otherwise, it's hard to see anything here anyway. And I'm removing the steering wheel because we need room. I can't do anything with the steering wheel in place here. Okay. How did we get this in again? Oh, okay. It was a nightmare, if I remember correctly. I didn't see that out. All of it. Okay. Surprisingly, I did it for. What? Interesting. The gear for the steering is still inside. Okay. Right. What we need to do here is so this is in the off position. This is going to be in the engage position. Okay, we have this movement, and if we use these guys here, so this is going to be the cam. The cam is going to do this here. So obviously we're going to mount it onto this here somehow, or we can do the longer cam. We can do it longer, so it's not a 90-degree movement. It's not going to be a 90-degree movement anyway. Yeah, so we can do a longer cam. Maybe I have some yellow stuff. Okay, let's get rid of this here. So we still need to block our axle here, this here. So when we go back and forth, it doesn't move. And we're gonna attach a cam to this here. I guess I'm gonna use something like this. Again, a cam, a connecting rod. Sorry, a connecting rod. Let's see. It's gonna be a disaster at first, but later it's gonna be fine. So let's see what options do we have here. If it goes like that. So the blocking here is gonna be interesting. Oh, okay. We can do just that. I think. This here. Okay, we need one stud of movement. Okay, one stud of movement. This does not give us entirely one stud of movement. Okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. What if we do this a little bit different? We have the cam in the middle. The connecting rod. Connecting rod in the middle should be interesting. Right now, I'm just interested in the fact that maybe we can get come on, we can get enough movement. Yeah, because it's not a lot of movement here involved here. Okay. Would prefer a better ratio so that this would turn more, of course, because now it turns like a quarter of the turn to actuate it, which is maybe a bit not enough movement. Not enough movement because that's gonna be very hard to actuate. Let me think a little bit more. We want a shorter lever here. Just a second. Just a second. So I'm looking at what we have available here as well. So if I'm pinning everything down here, the hole that we have now here is here. I would like it to be here, so where the lever is actuating. Oh wait. No, it's fine already. It's fine already. A miscalculation on my part because I forgot that this guy has to be in here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so basically 90 degrees of travel. It's too high, of course, but we are going to basically redesign this here so that everything here is lower. Then it should be fine, and it's gonna be nice, small, and hidden. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. So let's redesign this so that this part is down there. In a way, of course, where we still keep a way of retaining this in here. Because the convenient way would be just to put this in there. And it would be basically fine. Yeah, you know, but it obviously it had, because most cars in the 80s, up until the 80s or early 90s, had the push button. My E30 and the Compact both have a push button for the lights, so it was pretty common back then. So I guess we're gonna do the push button here as well, just in a different way. So we're gonna reroute this somehow. I don't know. We'll see. Let me do this first. So basically, what we need here is we need a hole here and a way to retain this in here. So basically, we need to put a different piece here, or you know, do the entire thing a little bit different. Different, you say? Okay, let's think out of the box. Let's rethink this completely. Make a more interesting design. Okay, so we can do it like this here. Then we need the sliders, which are 1, 2, 3. Sliders like this. Victor, we are building the mechanism to actuate the servo motor. Basically, we want it to be actuated by a key, and we're gonna do it via a cam. So okay. I think this is gonna look a lot more elegant than before. So like this. Here we're gonna put this guy. Perfect. See, it has to actuate one stud, and it does so with basically 90 degrees of travel. Obviously, we need to restrict it from jerking out like that, but that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem because we can use. I think we can use this guy here. Yeah. I don't know if it's more interesting. It's just different. You know? It's just different. Okay. So this is good. I will let you be the judge of the interesting part. Wait. one side needs a pin, on the other side it's going to be an axle to it. Now, I am sorry if you will not be able to see everything, because room here for my hands is very limited as is. Okay, oh, we made it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Come on. Okay. That one is pinned in. Okay. We are pinned in. Very nice. Now we have this guy here. Okay. 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 Now we need to do something where this is gonna be stay in place when we reach for it with a key, let's say. So if we slid an axle in here, what would happen? I have just the idea. A bit late, but we're gonna use this here. We are going to use this here. Like that. Obviously, I'm gonna have to force something. Oh, it's okay. There we go. Okay. So we are using. Come on. We are gonna use this here. This here. Do I have a black one? Do I have a black one left? I do. I do have a black one. Okay. It's gonna be clear in just a second. Okay. Come on, you bastard. Go in. Doesn't want to go in. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So the idea is that this guy here, so the axle, cannot be pulled out easily. Obviously, everything can be pulled out, but not easily. And now we put this guy on. can. Can. So now obviously we're gonna have to do something like this here, but the general idea behind this is that now that we have this here, come on, we can we have to first build what I have in mind. I'm gonna build a very simple version of what I have in mind, but let's see if it even works. It may not work. So this may be a bit too long. Okay. So let's say that this is a key, and we push the key, and nothing happens. Nothing happens because there's too much slack here. Basically, we need a longer con rod. Okay, let me think. Okay, we need to move this further back anyway. Let's see. Okay, we have enough room. Okay. This may even better. Maybe even better. Okay. Just need to that. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. Yeah. Take two. Take two. Everything has to come out, of course. Obviously. But, you know. So, we are going to move the axle here one stud further out. Like that. Sorry. Not like that. It has to be here. And then we have to do this. Or, wait. Well, no. We gotta do it like this. Otherwise it's not gonna be okay. There. So it's gonna be here. Okay, it's gonna be here, and the cam is gonna be here in the middle. Otherwise, this is not gonna work. So theoretically, well, we are going to use this here instead of this here. Slight redesign again. But every time we redesign, there are fewer pieces being used, and the design is getting, well, better. So okay, the cam piece is here, so it's acting directly in the middle. But that's not, we're not entirely done here. So what are we going to use? 4, right? Okay, 4 stud axle. Evening, Mr. Morty. Okay. Right. No. Hold on. No, that's right. Do I have? How much room do I have? 4 studs. Do I have 4 studs room? Okay. Yeah. 4 studs of room. Very good. Very good. So we can have this the cam longer. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this works, but again we have very short travel. With the amount of slack, this isn't even gonna work. I mean, obviously, it's broken anyway. So basically what I want more travel here. 90 degrees, let's say, instead of quarter turn. So 45. Um, I don't know. Let's try with a quarter turn first and see if it's okay. What? Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Putting a micromotor in actuator base. What actuator? I I don't exactly. I'm not sure if I know what you mean. Okay, let's try it. Putting this all in is gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. I agree. I agree. The levers. I'm working on making the levers less of a problem. That's the purpose of this stream. There is gonna be an actuator for the lights, but we still need a manual operation for them as well. Okay, now the most gruesome part. Installing this here. Yeah, I don't want that. It has to be, you know, has to be everything. You know, sometimes I'm being called a diva for that, but I can live with that. But right now, I God. Okay. Come on. Okay, we are in. Well, I mean, you know. Damn it. Ah, of course. Yeah. Now the gear is not aligned properly anymore. Obviously. Obviously, that would happen. So the steering needs to go out. Ah. I mean, these are the pitfalls that you see here during development. This is not something people who are going to have the car built are gonna experience, but we need to make sure that they have a good time building it. That's why we need to suffer. We need to suffer. Okay, so that others don't have to. I am suffering so you don't have to. Yeah, basically that's the motto here. Come on. Oh shit. Now imagine if something like this happened in a car that is, well, of course you would, of course you, the long axle would go out. Yeah, obviously. Imagine that during building something like this happened to a car that's that doesn't have a modular steering. I would have to dismantle. Well, I did, but I would have to dismantle so much of the car for no good reason. Is this no. Okay, yeah, now it is. Now it is. Now back in. Yeah. I know, I know, I know. We must suffer. suffering for the greater good. Now let's see if once we have completed all of this, we are gonna be rewarded with a working system, or it's gonna be just a fuck you. That's gonna be interesting. Okay. There. Now the last piece of the puzzle, which I am going to my life. I'm going to make my life easier by making it easy to pull out. That's what he said, by the way. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna do it differently. Like this. The longer one. So it's easier to grab. I'm gonna walk you through what we did. Just let me assemble this. Okay. Yeah. Right. Where? Oh, okay. Right. Oh. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So theoretically, this works. Okay. This works better than before. Don't worry about this. It cannot. It can only go like this because there's no servo in it. So when we do this, see what's happening when we turn the key is this, basically. The axle is coming out and it's going into the servo motor, engaging the servo motor. So like this, we have manual mode, and like this, we have servo motor mode. And it's actuated by a key. So we are basically making sure that once we turn the key and then pull it out, we have engaged servo mode. Ideally, I wanted to have this mechanism here actuate the rear actuator for for engaging the clutch as well. So this and the steering would happen at the same time, but it's kind of hard to get to there with a lever or something. That's why this was put on hold. I don't think there's point to reviving the idea, but so let's see what happens when we put the servo motor in, if it still works with the servo. Yeah, and I need to reconnect these here. Come on! Oh god, there's just no room for my butterfingers. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna drop this here so that it isn't in the way. Come on. Yeah. And this one as well. Okay. Okay. I would say it works. The key needs, of course, to be made out of something else than the axle, because it's kind of bending, but and we need to define a clear end point for the key. So this needs to actually let you know, okay, I've reached the end, like this. So when the key is in the off position, so that we can move the wheels, and then we need to tell it there, now you're in the on position. See, when well, never mind the slack, but when the wheels are now connected to the motor. CV joint, CV joint, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea. But the problem is that fiddling it in might be problematic. Do I have a CV joint on my desk? Maybe, but I don't see it. Yeah, that's the problem. Sure, this is a modified one, but But I don't think I have a non-unmodified left. Oh, I do. Do you have an unmodified left? Let's see. Let's see with an unmodified. Yeah, no. The CV joint, I'm not trusting this. So, yeah, we need to make it stop here. So we have to do what? Yeah, but the problem is here. There's enough force required that, you know, these halves here are being pushed apart. That's the problem. And the problem is with the CV joint is the problem is fiddling it in. I'm just looking into limiting the travel of this. It's all the same. So that's one lever gone. But does this part have an axle in it? Does it have an axle in it? Let's find out. Yeah, but I guess we could modify it, but I don't know. We need a strong connection here. It's doable, yeah. Yeah. We could use it, yeah. We could use it. Yeah, it's just, you know, the dashboard comes up to here, and then it's the keyhole. So it's right on the edge of the dashboard, which is perfectly fine. I think they do have it. No, it's not that easy. No, it's not that easy. Not at all. Because when you turn this, the perpendicular connector, the axle is gonna be just pushed out. It's gonna be, I don't know, something, you know, with something that cannot be moved. For example, we could use theoretic. We could use something like this. You know, this would work. This would work, and then we put the rest of the key here on top. No, it would be part of the key. And then you remove it with the key. Ish. So, this out of the way, let's see about the light switch. So the actuator is actually here. And now that we have this here, guess what? This here, this axle here, goes right through. To the other side of the dashboard. So we can have the light switch here. Okay? Yeah, it felt cheap on the Lego Bugatti, but thing is, on the Lego Bugatti, you actuated a useless feature. Here, you actually start the car. Basically, you make sure that you can steer it. So, no key, no servo. I would really like to see the rear clutch also being actuated by the same mechanism. I haven't given up hope on that, but we'll see. It would be great if we could, with this key, engage the servo and the rear clutch. So no key, no remote control. That would be great. The CADA self-centers as well. The servo that we have in the car is a CADA servo, so that's fine. Okay, that's happening, right? Okay, we'll deal with this later. First, I want to see about this here. No way, is this the proper geometry or? So would this here be able to pin on this here? Come on, move. Ah, would we be able to pin this here on the steering column? That would be interesting. Because if we could, that would make our light switch possible. So then we would make see you. We're gonna, we're gonna be out soon as well. But I want to see about that. It's possible, I think. Mm. So we have a lever. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. But it's moving. Don't like this. Don't like this. Because yeah, it's pinned, but before you actually actuate it, this is moving. The lift arm here. So ideally, I would have the lever here on the side of the steering wheel. But not like this. Not like this. Oh, the stiffness is fine. That's by design. Come on. Okay. Wanna bet it's gonna hit the steering? No. Yeah, it's not. Very good. Well, no, it's not. It's just not hitting it. Just barely. Why is this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, but it's too low. Too low. Going too low. I would like it to be, well, further up. I don't know. And side note, this is actually pretty close to what we have in the charger, basically. So same kind of mechanism, I guess. I don't like it here because it hits this here. Only thing that we could do is on the other side, but the others here. So here inside, but we don't have room for it. You mean the CADA stuff? Because I'm not getting the viewers stuff. So see, we don't have room to make the lever there longer because reasons. Because you know this mechanism here is kind of in the way, but we cannot move it. Yeah, of course we can play with it. We can have a special stream with that. That will be interesting. I would like to see that as well, especially with your bearings. We can have an outside session with it. If the Renator comes, we can make a video of the charger driving. That would be interesting. Focus. Come on, focus, please. Yeah, well, only thing that we could do here is turn the lever 90 degrees. Let's try this. Let's try this. So if we turn this thing 90 degrees. Nice, dislike. Always fun. Okay. Okay, this doesn't hit anything. Looks weird. Okay. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, I mean, right of the wheel, you know. Considering there will be a dashboard here as well, if we put the thing here on this side, there's two problems. First, this is easily accessible. If it's here, you open the door and you can play with this all day, you know. And here on this side, there's going to be a dashboard, and then you have trouble reaching with your finger in. You know, it's not that great. And yeah. Yeah, I know, right? You have no feedback on that, but like I didn't have the means to really test it now. But you know, the charger, once we get the servos, yeah, it does need an outing with a remote control. You know, I want to see it. We're gonna have a stream where we take the charger, we remove the drivetrain, we install the steering servo, we install the buggy motors with a gearbox, let's say, and then there's gonna be a video of the charger actually driving. That's gonna be fun. So it doesn't need a gearbox. It just needs, you know, I guess it just needs motors to drive it. And we're probably gonna use the one-way clutch we built for the Sierra, which I still have here, so it doesn't destroy stuff. You know, I guess we'll see. We need to test it. Let's have the charger as a test bed for this here. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Since I will not be streaming on Wednesday, we're gonna have a stream tomorrow. So tomorrow we continue this, and yeah. Until then, I will keep you informed about the Kala shipment. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I see you tomorrow.